Brum-bum. 15 minutes of heat here for you. 560 WQAM, which is brought to you by Hollywood Kia. At Hollywood Kia, not doing a read or anything. At Hollywood Kia, the #1 Kia dealer in all of Florida. Get the star treatment. We want to see you in a Hollywood Kia. Visit them online at hollywoodkia.com. As the Miami Heat, of course, are off until Friday when they take on the Toronto Raptors. I'm sure you guys talked about it a little bit yesterday, but Tyler Hero, for those who are enjoying the President's Day off, is your three-point shootout champion. Booker T, 5-time for the Miami Heat now. 5-time.
5-time.
Three-point shootout champion. Glenn Rice, Daquan Cook, Jason Capono, James Jones, and now, of course, Tyler Hero amongst the gods. I really would have thought out of all of those, Duncan Robinson would have had one.
Right?
I really would have thought so, but he didn't. He didn't.
What's crazy is I still think Duncan's a better shooter.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. I think Duncan Robinson is the greatest shooter I've ever seen outside of Steph Curry.
Yeah,
it's the purest. It's art watching him shoot.
Right.
It's art watching him shoot. But Tyler Hero, that contest, like, there's a lot of bitching about the All-Star weekend in general. It's like all anybody's doing. But I'm going to tell you something. That three-point contest never misses. It's really great.
Yeah.
Like, I was so anxious watching Buddy Hield. I'm like, oh no.
I would also say this. Like, I hear people say, oh, I want the stars to do the dunk contest. Why can't Ant do it or this? I'm like, I'm going to tell you why. And for reasons that you can't possibly comprehend, you non-athletes, some of these guys who dunk can see these guys doing tricks in the air and dunking and going, I can't do that.
Yeah, but there's a different level of cachet. Like, I think you're going to be granted if you are a star. Like,
you're not. If you have a garbage dunk, I don't care how big your star is, you're going to get booed.
Well, that's not true, because last year, Jaime Jaquez jumped over Shaq and Jaylen Brown jumped over a 4-foot streamer, and Jaylen Brown got to move ahead. So explain that one to me.
I don't know.
Like, so it's not true what you're saying. The star power is going to carry you.
I just don't from
can I say
when you're watching, say if you're Anthony Edwards and you're watching McClung jump over a car, grab a thing, double tip you're like, I can't compete with that. What do I have to do to what kind of dunk do I have to come up with to compete with that? So that's why it's always been over the years a younger.
It's faded though. Like I don't mind throwing one guy in there. It can't be all guys. Like, I don't mind throwing one guy as a gimmick in there or a young guy. That happened with Derek Jones.
Right.
Derek Jones was a G leaguer, his first dunk contest, and we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then we got Derek Jones. I was like, oh yeah, it's the dunk contest guy. And then he had one of the great dunk showdowns of all time with Aaron Gordon.
Right.
But I just don't, it's
But
really got
like,
to, like, what the hell? Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
What the hell's Zion doing?
Right.
What's he doing?
What do you mean?
What? I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't come off clearly with this. What is he doing? Give me a dunk contest, Zion.
But here's the
you
thing.
owe me.
If the guys barely play basketball, you want him pogo sticking on the.
What's he gonna do? Miss more games for the Pels?
I mean, I'm just like I don't know. Yeah, sure. You would like to see Zion do it.
What if he puts fireworks on his shoes, right? And so then, like, he recreates the dunk and then the shoes exploding like a Duke.
I'll just do it twice.
I just didn't think it sunk in him.
Stick the second time. No, I'm just saying, like, for people to make a big deal about stars not wanting to do, the dunk contest, I can see why they don't do it.
Because they're scared.
No, that's not why. Yeah. Because I can see that just because you're a dunker doesn't mean you can dunk like that.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, this guy has so many dunks, but he's not a creative dunker like some of these guys are.
It doesn't have to be that creative, though. Like, remember when LeBron did the thing, like, just to actively troll not doing the dunk contest because Skip Bayless would get on him all the time? Like, he was just doing you can read it. You're not going to?
Zion already carries around firecracker shrimp in his shoes.
Firecracker shrimp is good.
Yeah.
But you remember, like, LeBron not doing it, like really, people swear LeBron not doing it was the downfall, but LeBron did do a thing where when he was on the Heat, he was using the layup line to do like better dunks, warming up warming up for a game than we saw in the dunk contest. Like, you're gonna get a level of appreciation just being a star doing it. It's this thing that's been out there where everybody's like, well, if you fail, oh, we're gonna make fun of you forever. It's like, yeah, but you're LeBron. Like, you have haters amongst haters anyway.
Yeah, but from a personal standpoint, you don't want to put yourself in a situation of failure.
It made Vince Carter's career. It's the most famous thing of Vince Carter's career.
He's also one of the best dunkers to ever walk the face of the
But
earth.
it doesn't matter. Like, it's the thing that everybody remembers him most for is the dunk contest.
Yes, there's a few people like that. Like, you're gonna always remember McClung.
I'm not always gonna remember McClung.
Yes, you will.
I really won't.
Yes, you will.
I really won't.
One.
I'm like, oh, the guy who the guy
intangible.
What about him?
That guy got some ridiculous hops.
Yeah, but I think you'll probably be like, what was the little white guy's name?
Yes.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
no one's
it's
gonna
kinda
remember
like
his-
Spud
it's not-
Webb.
He's
Spud
not
Webb
gonna
was
live in infamy.
cool.
Because
Yeah.
Spud Webb was cool. There's certain guys that
Nate Robinson.
It's amazing to see a 5'8" guy, or Spud Webb was 5'6",
Yeah.
to be able to dunk.
But Dominique Wilkins, I remember him specifically.
Dominique,
from the
but he
dunk
was
contest.
another one of those guys that had ridiculous. I just don't think that is that important.
How do none of these guys have a clause though in their shoe contract that would get them like a crazy bonus if they won it? You know, like, I know everybody
Yeah,
that says,
that's
"Hey,
true.
the NBA throw out the money," and I'm like, I don't think that like the NBA throwing money at things for right now, where everybody in the NBA makes crazy money. Like, you could be a ninth guy and you're making $10 million.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't think that's going to do anything for winning contests. But like, if you are Zion and you're signed by Jordan Brand, how are they like, hey, get your ass out there and be in the dunk contest? You don't play games.
Here's why.
True.
The only dunk contest Zion wins comes with a jus, not a ball.
Okay, but he is a good dunker. Like,
He's a good dunk.
He probably has the best dunk this
So-
season.
So my question is, are you confusing a artistic dunker with a person who can dunk? Like,
What?
because some guys are just like, they can jump and they can dunk from anywhere, but they're not that creative dunking the basketball.
There's coaches though, right? Mac
No.
McClung is a coach. He has a dunk coach that kind of they work through because he has nothing else to do.
Yeah, but he stole Blake Griffin's dunk. Like, who cares?
He did it better.
He
But
did it
yes,
better.
did he?
He jumped over a car, grabbed the ball off a tall dude. Oh, by the way, he was jumping over him too,
Yeah.
and dunked it.
And fell on his face.
What about the double kiss?
Stick the landing.
What about the grab it? Boom, boom.
Seen it.
No, you haven't.
Seen it.
Wait, who's seen the double kiss?
Seen it.
Where he jumped over a guy, picked up the ball, tapped the rim, and dunked,
There's
and
no-
said, "Run it back," because y'all didn't see
Dude,
it.
you're not gonna sit here and try and say that Mac McClung is going to give you the Goosies more than Zion or John Morant or Anthony Edwards doing
Listen,
anything.
I'm
Yeah.
not
It
saying.
doesn't matter.
I'm not saying that. Here's what I'm saying.
Anthony Edwards says that.
I'm saying
Legendary.
that I don't know if they artistically can be in a dunk contest. Not that they can't dunk, right? Like, you know how hard it is to throw a ball behind your back and through your legs and dunk? Everybody can't do that.
My man never dunks, and he dunked over Shaq.
But that was it. What? I mean, so there's a lot of guys in the NBA that have mad hops that could do stuff like that. But I'm saying all the other stuff you see on the dunk contest, you
Yeah,
could
but
be a
it's all-
great
but it's-
dunker,
but
but
it doesn't
you can't
but
do
it-
that. It does matter
It
to them.
doesn't though, because
If you are,
how can you say that? If it's not-
Tobin, if you are a competitor, it matters.
you can say you can say my name all you want. That's fine. But the thing is, nobody cares about a G leaguer doing this. Nobody does, Leroy.
Okay, and
It's
I'm
literally
telling
had
you from
it's
from the
never had
player's
less
pers-
relevance.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
never had less relevance.
That's fine. But just to say, if you put a name there, it's not going to make the dunk contest better, because those guys might not feel like they can do those things. Like, you say, "Ooh, that guy can dunk. He should be in the dunk contest." He can't do stuff behind his back through his legs.
Yeah, what a great concept. Like, I can't do McClung. Like, it doesn't matter.
No,
if I can see
but
Giannis try
when
and do
you-
some cool stuff, I'm going to be all
Nobody
for it.
wants to see trying. No guy, no athlete wants to say, I'll give it a run. If he doesn't have anything to bring to it, he's like, nah, I ain't going to do that. I can't do those things.
Okay.
And that's fine.
It's not
They're
fine.
competitive.
It's a dead. It's a dead event.
You say you just want to see him. A competitor says, if I can't go out there and compete to win it,
That's literally the opposite of competing.
what do you mean?
If you're saying, I don't think I can live up
Because-
to the hype,
So-
that's not
so-
competing.
Do you think just because a guy can dunk, he can do all those things that those guys
I don't
do?
need to see somebody shoot fireworks out of their ass, Leroy. I want to see a good player try and do something entertaining.
But
I've
and
seen
what
it
if
before.
it's not? What if we're back to the 5 try dunks?
Come on.
I'm
You
just
think you
like,
think
you're
Zion
making it-
Williamson's gonna take 5 tries to dunk?
Here's what I'm saying to you. You make it seem so easy for anybody to go and do
What you're,
tricks and
no,
dunk
but
a
what you're
basketball.
doing right now is the whole problem. Like you're taking the coward's way out. Like you
No,
don't want
I'm
these guys to do
not.
it because you want to see some gimmick guy. He doesn't do anything else with his game. It doesn't mean anything to anybody. It doesn't.
Cool dunks.
Not really. I've already forgotten about it. I'm like, oh, he did the Blake Griffin? Cool. Great. Thanks, Matt.
Really? So you don't think that what McClung did was impressive?
Blake
No.
Griffin, big name.
So
that was
so
fun.
you think that if a
It's
guy
not that
was
it's
a
not- it's
star,
not-
it
it's
would
not
be
that
more
it's not-
impressive?
It's
than-
not that it's not impressive. Yes, absolutely. It's not that it's not impressive. It's just no kid is going to grow up wanting to be Matthew McClung. That's it.
right
Wow.
because they can't.
No.
First
it's-
of all, nobody has
dude,
jobs like
it
that.
doesn't matter. But it's
Do
like
you-
no, it's not going to inspire anybody like Vince Carter did, putting his
Yeah.
arm in the rim.
Yeah, it's like who
I
do you
don't- I
remember
don't think-
more?
Here's where the disconnect is between us. You think that guys will just go out there and try, but they're all competitors. If they don't feel that they can bring something to the table,
This is a crazy argument. to me.
It's
I don't
not.
understand how you're saying if it take McClung out of it.
take
Okay,
them out of it.
he's out of it. Let's
Mhm.
say it was Anthony Edwards, Zion Williamson, John Morant, and Wemby. You're telling me that doesn't pique your. Tell me right now, honestly, what you saw last night. Even though you know Matthew McClung might do cooler dunks,
Uh-huh.
be honest with me. Be honest, Posh. No, look at me in the eye.
Be honest.
No. Look at me in the eye. Right now. Be honest. That
You can't
No!
tell me to look
Look at me right
can't
now
tell- wait.
in the eye. I want you to
Wait.
be honest with me.
You can't
Because
tell me.
no,
You can't tell
you look
me.
at me in the eye right
you
now.
can't tell me look
I'm
at you
guaranteeing-
seriously
no.
and then use a
I
British
am
accent.
guaranteeing you, Wemby, Ja, Zion, Ant-Man. That's the field next year. I guarantee it. Or I give you 4 McClungs. I cloned them. 4 McClungs or what I just gave you. That's the
So
field.
that means all 4 guys are going to be doing great
4
creative dunks.
McClungs.
Isn't that what you want?
No, I want to see stars.
Okay.
I just guaranteed you 4 McClungs.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you didn't answer my question.
Huh?
So what would you rather see?
The 4 McClung.
You're such a liar.
No, I did because you. Here's the problem with you. You think just because you've seen a guy dunk that he can be creative with it. Some guys just dunk. They can dunk over people. They can during the course of a game, right? That's a whole different level. And so to think that if the guy has a name, it's going to be competitive. No, it's not, because here's what's going to happen. Here's what they're all going to do, because they can't go between their legs, behind their back, and all that stuff. Everybody's going to do the Jordan and jump from the foul line because they got mad hops. But they might not have the ability to be that creative with
Dude,
it.
have you seen Zion mid-game do things like seriously? Come
Okay.
on. What are we talking about here?
Okay.
Ja Morant too. Does crazy things.
John Morant, he got hops. He got mad hops. But it's all
But you want to watch McClung.
it's all during the course of the game, though.
So you're what you're saying is they lack creativity.
I'm saying that
No,
just
they
because-
lack balls
just
is what they
because
lack.
you can dunk.
Okay, let's.
Just because you can dunk
Yeah.
doesn't automatically mean you can be artistic enough to be in a dunk
So
contest.
you're saying
That's
they lack
all I'm
creativity?
saying.
What was Matthew McClung's most famous dunk last year?
Oof.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Well, you can really only think of 3 dunks or 4 dunks throughout the history of
That's not
the
true.
dunk contest. Okay, go.
Uh-oh.
Vince Carter in the rim.
Yeah.
Gerald Green blowing out the birthday
Ooh,
candle.
that was a good one.
Zach Levine, bounce 360 windmill, one arm,
That was nice.
rock the baby under the thing from Aaron Gordon.
Oh,
Boom,
yeah.
boxed in. See you later.
D Brown, remember he
Later.
blocked-
I don't remember none of those.